When I look in the mirror and I see you, I see a person who has made tremendous growth. To walk out and live with the name that you love and present yourself in a way that reflects you isn't always easy. It takes courage to live so honestly and unapologetically. You're proud of yourself, and I'm even more proud of you. But beneath all that pride, you have a lot of fears about your fate and the future. It eats away at your core, and you constantly try to convince yourself that these fears will go away. And God, I know how much you want it to go away. But it hurts like hell, and it feels like all hope is gone. This all reminds me of the story of Phaeton, an overly ambitious young man who set out to drive the golden chariot of his father Helios. Phaeton had little to no experience in driving a chariot and steered too close to the earth, striking a catastrophe of natural disasters. Zeus, in an attempt to stop the havoc, struck Phaeton with a lightning bolt, causing him to fall into the mystical river Eridanus. I tell you this story because I see so much of the young Greek royal in yourself. You're both overly ambitious and often can take on more than you can handle, and you both push boundaries and sometimes can go farther than you expected. And that's the thing that has always driven your fears. You have fears of going against order and setting your celestial skies into an endless valley of flames and destruction. You have fears of losing control and falling into a river of uncertainty, leaving you to drown. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to change. You're constantly doubting yourself. You're always looking back and thinking, what if this is all a lie? What if this thing I call my identity, my chariot, is steering too far from its true destination? Maybe I should take on the expected path and go on the typical journey as many others do because it's easy, because it's convenient. That way I won't have to plunge into the murky waters and submerge myself into this physical and emotional hell that even the devil himself could not handle. But there's far more to this than what you realize. The name Eridanus comes from the Babylonian city of Eridu, whose gods controlled a cosmic domain that holds a freshwater reservoir deep beneath the Earth's surface. Young Phaeton was later placed amongst the stars in a constellation known as Oriaga, the charioteer. There will be ripples and you will fall into the river, but you won't drown. Rather, you will be baptized and replenished. The fires you start will extinguish. You will grow, you will learn, you will become stronger. What may have seemed like the downfall of a young person with great potential ultimately became the driving force for his eternal greatness. He could not have otherwise been placed amongst the greatest of charioteers whose stars dawn the beautiful night skies had the waters not aided. So, when you fall into the river, let its cool embrace lead the way for a new beginning. Let its ebbs and flows resurrect a desire for growth and understanding. Because I know that you've wanted this sense of hope for what seems to be eons. Well, your hope is here in your river.